think the world is too noisy, too fast, too full of empty words? Amidst this noise, there are those who choose to remain silent. But don't be mistaken. Behind their silence lies deep and strong thoughts. Quiet people tend to have strong thoughts. Let's explore together how this strength can become a source of inspiration and motivation for us all. Silence does not mean weakness. Silence does not mean there is nothing to be said. On the contrary, silence is a strength that we often do not realize. Silence is a reflection of depth, sharp thinking, and hidden power. Quiet people often reflect more deeply, considering every detail, every possibility, and every consequence. They are great thinkers who choose their words carefully and understand that sometimes silence can be louder than a shout. There are 10 things we can learn from a quiet person. Number 1, strength in silence. There is something magical in silence. When we choose to be silent, we give ourselves the chance to truly listen, not just to others, but also to ourselves. In silence, we find space for self-reflection, understanding, and growth. Quiet people often have profound insights because they give their thoughts time and space to develop continuously. Silence also gives us the strength to observe. In silence, we can see things that others often miss. We can notice every detail, understand emotions, and feel nuances that might be hidden. This is what makes the thoughts of a quiet person so strong. They see the world with sharper eyes and a more sensitive heart. Number 2, using silence as a tool for growth. We can all learn from the strength of quiet people. First, try to appreciate silence. Take time every day to be silent, to reflect, and to listen to our hearts. In this silence, we can find answers to questions that have been troubling our minds. We can find the strength to face challenges and the courage to pursue our dreams. Second, learn to listen more deeply. When we talk to others, give them our full attention. Listen not just to their words, but also to the emotions behind those words. This will help us build deeper and more meaningful relationships. Number 3, developing strong thoughts. Strong thoughts are the result of deep reflection. It's not about having rigid opinions, but about having a profound understanding of something. Quiet people often have very strong opinions because they have thought about them from various perspectives. They have considered the pros and cons, making them ready to stand firm in their beliefs. To develop strong thoughts, we need to train ourselves to think critically. Don't accept everything at face value. Try to question, analyze, and reflect. Seek information from various sources and don't be afraid to change our views if necessary. This is a long process that requires patience but can result in sharp and strong thoughts. Number 4, inspiring others with our silence. When we learn to use our silence and strong thoughts, we can also inspire others. Our actions can serve as an example to others. Our silence can be a source of strength for those seeking answers. Our thoughts can be an inspiration for those searching for direction in life. Never be afraid to be a quiet person. Never be afraid to stand on the sidelines, observe, and reflect. In silence, we can find ourselves. In silence, we find our strength. And in silence, we can inspire the world. Number 5, building reflective habits. One way to truly harness silence is by building reflective habits. This can start with simple things like writing a daily journal. Every day, take a few minutes to write down your thoughts and feelings. It's not about writing something perfect, but about giving yourself space to reflect and understand yourself. Meditation is also a powerful tool. In meditation, we learn to focus on our breathing and clear our minds of distractions. This can help us find peace within ourselves and hear our hearts more clearly. Meditation can also be an effective way to cope with stress and anxiety and increase self-awareness. Number 6, appreciating the qualities of quiet people. In a society that often values boldness and visible confidence, quiet people can feel overlooked. However, it is important to appreciate the qualities they possess. Quiet people often make good listeners, loyal friends, and wise thinkers. They bring a different perspective and offer depth in every conversation. Learn to appreciate the quiet people in your life. Give them space to speak and listen attentively. Ask for their opinions and value their contributions. In doing so, we not only appreciate them but also open ourselves up to learning and growing from their wisdom. Number 7, facing challenges calmly. Quiet people often manage to face challenges calmly. In their silence, They find ways to overcome problems without getting caught up in anxiety. This is a very valuable skill, especially in a world full of pressure. When we are faced with challenges, try to emulate this calmness. Take time to reflect and seek solutions calmly. Don't let external pressure disrupt our inner balance. In calmness, we can find wiser and more effective solutions. Number 8, turning silence into action. Silence does not mean passive. Quiet people can also be very active, but their actions are based on deep reflection and clear understanding. They don't rush into decisions, but when they move, they do so with full confidence and clear purpose. Learn to turn your silence into meaningful action. Don't rush into actions, but ensure that every step you take is based on thoughtful consideration. In this way, every action you take will have a greater and more positive impact. Number 9, silence in creativity. Silence can also be a source of inspiration in creativity. Many artists, writers, and musicians find their greatest inspiration in moments of silence. In silence, we can connect with our imagination and find fresh and original ideas. Try to find silence in your creative activities. Take time to sit quietly and let your thoughts wander. Don't be afraid to explore ideas that might seem strange or unusual. In silence, you can find your true creative voice. Number 10, finding peace in silence. Ultimately, silence brings us to peace. In a world full of anxiety and chaos, silence is where we can find tranquility. It is where we can reflect, rest, and recharge our energy. Make silence a part of your daily routine. Find moments where you can sit quietly, take deep breaths, and feel the peace within you. In this peace, you will find the strength and inspiration you need to face the world with confidence and calmness. Quiet people tend to have strong thoughts. They are pillars of strength in silence. They are deep thinkers and sharp observers. We can all learn from them. We can all learn to appreciate silence, to listen more deeply, and to develop strong thoughts. In silence, we can find our true strength. So, let's take a moment to be silent, reflect, and find strength within ourselves. Thank you for listening. May we all find strength in silence and use our strong thoughts to inspire the world.